How about we just do an intro like, welcome again to the next episode of the Shifty Sasquatch Radio Show with me, your host, and your co-host, the Shifty Sasquatch.
As you can see, he deemed himself the host, but also at the same time deemed himself the co-host.
I have never deemed myself the co-host.
So therefore, he has now deemed me actually as the host because I am his father. And guess what? All rights go to the father until the son dies.
No,
and
that's
then
not how it
the
works.
father still holds on to the rights because that's how good old-fashioned America works.
America is capitalism and everybody for themselves. So I own my stuff, and you own nothing.
I own everything you own.
You live in the forest.
No, you live in the forest.
You haven't shaved in 4 weeks.
Excuse me? Where haven't I shaved in 4 weeks?
Everywhere. You're a Sasquatch.
I shaved my face.
You're a hairy man.
Shaved my face so I could fit in and visit you today.
You're like Harry Rob Lowe.
Harry Rob Lowe?
You got a comb stuck in your back that's been there for months.
I have more than one.
And you have arm hair curtains.
No, I do not.
Face the facts.
They're
you are
drapes.
never...
They're drapes. Yeah.
At least you've accepted it.
They're better that way. Block out more sunlight. A little bit thicker. Look better.
Don't they itch?
Nothing ever itches. It's part of being a Sasquatch.
Okay. Well, as you can see, my Sasquatch co-host has been working himself very, very well on his attempts to come back with witty things to say. And as my father,
well, I mean,
he's not doing very
well.
well.
He's not really trying because I'm succeeding at this point.
He's not. You're not.
I mean, I am.
You're not.
Like, I'm succeeding at whatever I do. When I'm trying to teach you how to be a better Madden player, I succeed. Okay?
No, you don't.
How don't I
You don't succeed. Because you are a Shifty Sasquatch, it is written and ruled, basically, that you never succeed at anything. Will never succeed.
Excuse me?
Ever.
I'm the third definition of shifty here, boy. You listen to me right now.
You're the third definition of shifty.
Resourceful and successful.
Successful is not in that definition.
Yeah, you wanna? I'll Google it right now. Don't make me Google it.
You will Google it, and you will read it word for word, and I will look at it as well.
Shifty. I'm gonna find out.
We're gonna find out the truth that you're a liar.
Okay, just hold on though. Your internet here in your household, which is actually my household because I am a resourceful and successful man, is quite slow.
I thought you were resourceful and successful. Why is your internet slow?
Because I live out in the middle of nowhere, and it's kind of hard to get good internet out in the middle of nowhere.
That's very true. I know how that goes. Your internet is still better than mine, though, which is why we're doing this here.
I don't understand, though, why mine's better than yours if I live in the middle of nowhere.
So do I.
Okay. As you can see here...
No, you can't see here because we don't have video. You're probably looking at our logo right now.
I am talking to you, my son, my boy,
the
my
host
child,
of the Shifty Sasquatch
my
Show.
Orphan that I took in.
He is talking to the host of this show. All right.
Who's talking to you?
Proceed.
Are you talking about yourself in the third person right now?
Proceed
because
with
you are, in fact,
your
talking
definition. We have like a minute and a half before we need to move on, so get defining.
Thank you for talking to the true host of this show.
Get defining.
Anyways, accomplishing an aim or purpose.
Let me see this. That's the definition of successful. You lying sack of garbage.
Well, at least I'm resourceful. You gotta give me that.
But you're not successful.
So, also another definition. Okay, those aren't. They're shady. I'm not shady.
You're shady. You're very shady.
I'm artful.
Artful. Is that even a word? Artful?
Yeah. It says it right there. Artful.
That's Wikipedia. You can't trust Wikipedia.
Yeah, you can.
Wikipedia probably defines you as like a successful person.
Here, we'll abandon Urban Dictionary also. Because,
you don't want that. You don't want that.
So we'll go to dictionary.com.
There we go.
So we also, oh my gosh. On dictionary.com, number one actually is the resourceful and fertile and expedience. I don't know.
Expedience.
Which means successful.
Meaning you get things done fast.
Because I'm successful.
No. No, we're at 5 minutes.
Okay.
I want to end this segment with saying that no, Shifty does not mean successful, and you are not successful.
I'm an exception
and
to the
on
rules.
to the news.
Yeah, so, down over in good old-fashioned Iowa, where we
Love
know
Iowa.
the corn grows...
The corn grows in magnificent
Iowa
fields.
is just another word for corn. You can look it up in the thesaurus, and you'll see right next to corn, Iowa. Or right next to Iowa, corn. Because that's all it is. Anyways, to help liven up the saddened state of this state, a man
Nice. I like that.
decided to go ahead and sell crack cocaine at a candy store to people, and
Which, all in all, really isn't a bad idea, except for the whole selling crack cocaine part.
Yeah, that is pretty bad.
Especially doing it in public. Like, if it's illegal, you don't expect it to be done where everybody goes. Like, hey, I'm selling you illegal things straight up in my store. Just come on in and buy it. Like, that doesn't work.
Mm-hmm. So he apparently pleaded guilty.
Oh!
Wait, it's not the end. He pleaded guilty in October to just one count of distribution of crack cocaine near a playground. Yeah.
What the heck? This guy...
Actually, under the plea agreement, this man named Howard acknowledged he repeatedly sold crack cocaine to an undercover officer in January and February of 2014.
He makes it sound like he knew about it, too. Like, oh yeah, you're undercover, but I don't care. You're buying my stuff, so...
Yep, and the man is now sentenced to 6 years in prison for selling the crack.
Probably sell it to the guards, too.
Maybe.
Just sitting in his cell with his hands out like, hey, guys want some crack?
You let me out, I'll give me a tattoo of this prison, like a prison break.
Just like don't even you don't even have to let me out. Just like give me a toothpick or a cigarette or I'll give you some cocaine. Where'd you get that cocaine? No, I don't know.
Well, my friend from the candy store. Anyways, so another kind of almost interesting news story.
Talking about the candy man.
Yeah, right, dude. Anyways, another very interesting one was a man ended up calling 911 when the babbling, that's in quotation marks here, guys, the babbling of his wife kept him awake.
And marital problems at their finest. Right here.
I mean,
Welcome to America, folks, where the babbling of your wife will keep you awake all night long. You have a problem with it? Call your friendly local police officers. They'll get just as tired of you as you are of your wife.
Yep, so down in Middletown, Connecticut, all the man honestly really wanted was a good night's sleep. Maybe he was working hard, doing whatever he does. Maybe he has a really crappy factory job or something. I don't know.
He works in Kentucky.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's doing some fried chicken. Anyways, so when the first responders here ended up at this Peter Recchia's home on the night of this fateful incident that we will now discuss. Because honestly, who doesn't love reading a story about a man who calls the cops on his wife for something?
I do not enjoy that because it makes me feel like people are stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the truth, but not you guys. You listeners, you're not stupid. You're tuned into our show, which is great. And a smart thing to do.
Basically, what ended up happening is that his wife is apparently supposed to be on medication. And at this point in time, she was off her medication, which she obviously shouldn't have been. And so when she's off her medication, though, she starts to babble. And he really didn't want to handle it anymore. You know, the police are coming in thinking, you know, this woman is in trouble and really needs medical assistance. When in reality, the man was upset that his wife was talking way too much and she was off her rocker and meds.
A tip to all men out there. This is what they make couches for. If you find it that annoying that you get to the point of dialing 911, press end call, put your phone down, and sleep on the couch. It's not that hard.
I mean, the reason why he was so sick and tired of his wife's babbling is because he actually had a court date the very next day, and he wanted to be well rested for this court date.
Was he under arrest for calling cops about, like, a kid eating a lollipop too loudly?
Doesn't say what his previous court date was about, but
his brother probably chewed with his mouth open. That's why he's going to court suing him.
Yeah.
Somebody honked their horn behind him.
I don't know, man.
A goose was quacking.
I don't know. I think it's pretty silly, though, to call the police on your wife and, just for the babbling. Obviously, you should have, if you're sick of it, Porter, give her some NyQuil or something, right? Knock her out for a while.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, not like physically, of course,
just hey, honey. Ah!
NyQuil.
Oh my gosh. Or
So,
maybe just, get over it. You married the woman, probably knowing that this was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, maybe, I don't know, grow a pair?
Hey, it's pretty hard when you're worried about your court date and...
Maybe he shouldn't have been arrested.
Maybe, hey, you don't know if he's arrested. Maybe he's just, I don't know. I honestly don't know why he has a court date. Whatever.
The moral of this story here, folks, is to never call the cops because somebody's talking in their sleep. Because that's just stupid.
Well, she wasn't actually talking in her sleep. She was apparently sitting down in the rocking chair and smoking a cigarette when the cops came in. So, she was seeming pretty relaxed.
That just makes everything even better.
He probably lied to her saying, like, he's calling the pizza people, right? Like, honey, I'm on the phone.
Wait, the number for the pizza is only 3 numbers?
Well, she doesn't
Speed
know
dial.
that.
Speed dial.
Oh, okay. Even though speed dial only takes, like, 2 buttons. Well, 1, 2, 2, 1.
1. Oh, you press the number, and then you press call.
See, that's what I was thinking, like 2, because of the call button. So, I don't know how many of us have been out flying at all, ever. But, apparently, even if you lose your luggage on flights, it's somehow still there. And it's always waiting for you. Like a great, significant other. Just waiting there for you to come to it. And whatnot. Like the Lord. He's just waiting for you to come to him.
Oh, I think I like God more than my luggage.
Yeah. But...
Because God doesn't fall out of a plane.
Hey. Yeah, it doesn't really do that. But...
I think God's more there for you than your luggage really is.
Pretty much. But after 20 years, this woman finally found her luggage... in the airport.
Oh my gosh.
So
yeah, they built the airport over her luggage. Turns out that they built it upon her luggage.
Yeah, I don't know, they called her up and said, like, hey, we found your luggage, 20 years afterwards, so I don't know why. Some
retired office worker was just getting sick of it.
This is,
so they went out and bought exact replicas of everything in it, put it in a suitcase, and said, you know what, lady? Here you go.
20 years is enough.
20 years is a long
sorry.
time to wait.
We apologize. But, it's 20 years. How do you know it's this lady's? Does it have her name on it? I don't know. How do you know her phone number, even? But it's crazy, 20 years afterwards, she can get her luggage finally, which I guarantee you probably doesn't fit her anymore. Right?
Well, it depends. Was she, moving from, 10 years old to 30 years old? Or is she moving, from 40 to 60?
I don't know. It just says that she lost her luggage 20 years ago. It doesn't say her age or anything. She said, it does say, though, that she was a Tuscan teacher.
A Tuscan?
Yep.
So she's Italian.
See that look
Tuscany.
on her face, yeah?
Tuscany.
Yeah, I know. I knew I taught you well with your geography.
You never taught me geography.
I taught you geography.
You did not teach me geography.
I did, dude.
Okay, where's Morocco?
It's in Africa.
Where?
In the top left corner.
Very good, very good.
Because I know my geography.
Where is Nigeria?
Excuse me, I'm still talking.
Where is Nigeria?
In Africa.
Where?
In Africa.
Where?
Nigeria is roughly in the middle-ish, top towards the top.
Yeah, it's the northern central.
Yeah,
Africa.
I play Trivia Crack, so get on my level.
Hey, I play Trivia Crack too.
Want to play with me right now?
Not really. We have a show to run.
Can you even play Trivia Crack right now?
No.
Why?
Because I don't have my thing that I have it on.
That's sad. I'm disappointed in you.
So while the co-host is playing Trivia Crack,
I'm not playing Trivia Crack.
We're going to move on to our next topic. On to sports.
On to sports. Ooh. Do not get... Are we talking about football? Ooh.
Yeah, we are talking about football.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
I love me some football.
How about them Eagles?
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so...
The Eagles losing to the Redskins.
Yeah, dude. Basically, what you need to do is just get rid of all your corners. Maybe keep Kerry Williams. He's decent. And maybe keep him for a year or two more. But Bradley Fletcher, get him out of there, out of everywhere. He should just be banned from any sporting event ever. He's the worst corner I've ever seen. Cannot defend anybody. just awful.
Because Sam is so emotional about this team, we're going to do some actual analytics that don't involve emotions on a different team.
Okay.
So let's look at the Vikings.
All right. I'm slightly emotional about the Vikings, but they're number 3 for my favorite teams.
That's good. That's good. That's
like
on the list.
They're right. They're tied with the Browns pretty much.
Okay. I can respect that.
Yeah.
Except I hate the Browns. I don't hate the Browns.
You just hate Manziel.
But I hate Manziel.
And that's why you hate the Browns.
No, I don't want to update Java. Okay.
You know, if you updated Java.
It wouldn't ask me.
Yeah.
But I don't want to update Java.
You should update Java.
I should probably update Java.
Yeah, probably.
Back to the Vikings.
Yeah, so
with their ranking right now,
they're number 4
they have
in their division.
Which I find kind of sad because they're number 4, worst in their division.
Yeah.
There are other divisions in the league where they would be number 1 right now.
No, there's not.
I bet you there would be.
No, there's not. Because the South has the top one in the South, I think, is the Falcons, and they have 6 wins. How many wins do the Vikings have?
Vikings are
Here.
6 and 8.
So
no, they're not 6 and 8. They are
top team in the NFC South.
It's not going to be the Vikings.
No, I'm not. I'm just seeing what their record is.
But my point here,
the number 1 team in the South is the Panthers at 6-8-1. All right, and what are the Vikings? Vikings record. Vikings are in fact 6-9, so they would in fact be number 2.
So they would be number 2,
because the Panthers
which
were that tied.
is sad, really sad.
It is.
That means the Panthers got a playoff spot.
I'm sorry.
The Panthers have a playoff spot, and the Vikings do not.
I'm sorry. The Vikings aren't 4th in their division. They're number 3. They're above the 5-10 Browns. Or not Browns, the 5-10 Bears.
Are you serious? The Bears? Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
they went downhill fast.
Yeah, they're in a 4-game losing streak.
Oh my gosh!
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, Cutler. Here we go.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so what was your
So my point here is that where we are right now as a team for the Vikings is so much better than we've been in any of the previous years for the past how many.
Well, I mean, really, the outlier of that, though, is, what was it, 2012 or 2011 when we got
It was 2010.
2010.
That was our second year with Favre.
Oh, wow. I didn't know it was that far back. But yeah, so I guess ever since then, yeah, we've been pretty downhill, pretty scummy.
And we're climbing back up. With next season, when we finally have, because this year, I mean, you have the entire offseason with that Teddy Bridgewater had to practice before this season.
Yeah.
They practiced with Peterson. Their entire game plan was based off of Peterson. So throwing in a rookie quarterback and changing the game plan on him, the only game plan he's known, changing that before the season is really, really rough for a rookie.
But I mean, then you look at some of the other rookie players, which are very good, like McKinnon, though he is on IR. I mean,
yes,
but he was very good running back.
You look at the people we have, the team that we have built, and then you throw in a couple new draft picks, maybe some changes.
Left tackle.
But you
get rid of Matt Cooley.
Oh my gosh, get rid of Cooley right now.
Oh man,
holy
he's
crap.
So bad.
So terrible.
And that is honestly their number 1 need, probably.
Oh my gosh. But
anyways,
with the team that we've built, next season is looking pretty dang good. Mm-hmm. I'm happy about how this season went, personally. With the amount of rookies that we had and the amount of things that actually happened to the team. Yeah, you have a coaching change. You have a running back who's out. You have countless injuries. You lost your number 1 defensive end. You have a quarterback that the start of this season didn't start. Who do we have starting this season?
Castle.
We had Castle. Yeah, we can see how well that worked out.
I mean, he won the first.
Yes.
He won. I guess he started for 3 games. Got injured in the 3rd one against the Saints. We ended up losing that one, didn't we? Then so we won number 1 against the Rams. Lost. I don't know who we lost to. Week 2. Last week 3. Then we won week 4 against the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
Week 5 we won.
Yep. We won. Bridgewater won his first 2 games.
Okay, that's not that bad.
Which for a rookie, that's a pretty good feeling. But my only point is that I'm happy about how this season has gone, and next season is going to be phenomenal. I think for the Vikings.
Next season, I think it will be too. Just get some slightly better players in some key positions. Right now I'm actually Googling. Well, I'm looking for what place in the draft. If the season ended right now, Minnesota would be at number 9.
So that's a pretty good draft pick.
Exactly. It's really it's really starting to come together. And the person says like their top 3 needs would be offensive tackle, running back, and a cornerback. I think that makes sense.
Yeah, offensive tackle.
Ooh, yeah.
Khalil. Get rid of that guy. Oh my gosh.
Number 1 I think is the Titans. Yeah, number 1's the Titans. They're just bad. Number 2
But
is Bucks.
the Vikings got Barr with the 8th pick, and they got Bridgewater with the 32nd.
Yeah.
So a number 9 pick is definitely a good spot to have.
Oh, absolutely. It's phenomenal. But then, you see the teams that are normally at the top and still can't produce. You have the Jags, Bucks, Raiders, Jets, Redskins.
The problem with those teams is that they change so much. They don't have a core team that they can build around. They are constantly changing quarterbacks and running backs. The Jaguars for a while had Maurice Jones-Drew, which they could sort of build upon. And when they had him, he was decent. He was among the top running backs of the league, but the rest of the team, they just couldn't build a squad around him. And when they finally did, he was gone.
Yeah.
So now they're not able to build a solid team around any certain game plan. That's the problem that you have with teams that are constantly changing. The Vikings now have their core team that they're just adding to. So if they can keep this core team, they will be a force to be reckoned with in the next few seasons.
I think so, yeah. We're talking about the Vikings still, right?
Yes.
Okay. Here, they have a list of the most improved quarterbacks in the league. And it's not really telling me, actually. So we might not actually know.
Bridgewater.
I don't think so. I think probably, like, if anybody's going to be at the top, it's probably Bridgewater or Derek Carr for the Raiders.
Yeah.
He's been doing phenomenal for them.
But I can tell you who's not going to be on top of it. Johnny Manziel, that's for sure.
Yeah, probably not.
Going from starting to bench, I don't call that improvement.
What do you mean, starting from?
He started the first game, and he was benched the second.
Are you talking about this week?
No, this season. He started the first game for the Browns, and he was benched. Wasn't he benched the second week?
That he started?
No, like they benched him and started somebody else.
I think they started with Brian Hoyer right off the bat. Yeah.
No, Manziel was in first week.
I don't think so. All right, I'll Google it here. But
He was in.
Whatever.
And that was the game where he came in and he flipped off the entire defensive bench. And that was when my hatred of Manziel started. He showed up to the team meeting drunk or hungover, and then he flipped off the defense. So that's when my hatred of that man-child began.
Because I know, I thought you were talking about like just this most recent weekend.
No.
I don't know. It's not saying.
I do like Brian Hoyer, however.
He's all right, but he won't be around next season.
No, but like as a person, he is a decent human being. A lot of the players in the league are. But then you have a few that just...
The few, the proud,
the ugly.
Marines.
No, the Marines, so much better. Marines are on a pedestal for me. I respect the military so much. The people I'm talking about are like, if you took the pedestal and pounded the ground in with the pedestal, and then you like dug it all the way to China, and kept digging, so that it was like all the way as far down as you possibly could go and still be in the Earth's atmosphere. Put them there. That's where my respect is.
Yeah. That's pretty bad. I would agree. So, are we still in sports? Or
yeah, we're still in sports.
Okay. Who do you think is going to go all the way to the Super Bowl? I know it changes every week. Like, you can't predict these things, of course. But on your best guess, I honestly, from the NFC, I'd probably have to go with either the Seahawks or the Packers. AFC, probably the Patriots, honestly.
I really hope not.
I mean, they actually have the best record right now in the league at 12-3.
I hope they don't go.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if they went. It's been a while since they've gone. It'd be nice.
With the Bengals win last night. They clinched it.
Yeah, they clinched the AFC
Let's go
North.
Bengals.
They clinched the North, but, I mean, it's the North, dude. Like,
I don't want the Patriots to go. The NFC, the teams that are doing really well in the NFC, like, I know it's the Packers, and I know I hate the Packers, but when it comes to the playoffs, if they can represent NFC North in the Super Bowl again, I don't have a problem with that. Especially if they're going against me. If the Packers go to the Super Bowl, I want the Patriots to also, just because I don't want to root for the Patriots. If the Patriots go to the Super Bowl, I will root for anybody instead of the Patriots.
I don't know. Like, if it was, let's say it was the Seahawks versus the Patriots, would I go to the Seahawks?
Seahawks.
I would not go with the Seahawks, actually.
For sure.
I would have to go with the Patriots.
Not, absolutely not.
I mean,
absolutely
the Seahawks just dismantled Mark Sanchez and the Eagles, and there's still that slight grudge. Yeah, I mean, it's Mark Sanchez, you know, obviously Seahawks defense.
Yeah, up against one of the best defenses that the league has like ever seen.
Yeah,
maybe
maybe
it's easy to tear apart any offense, really.
Yeah, it's not that hard. So, I mean,
Which is why I would love to see them tear apart Tom Brady and those Patriots.
No, dude, I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe we'll have a repeat of when the Patriots face the Packers in that week. Whatever it was.
I didn't actually watch that game.
I watched.
Didn't the Packers win?
Yeah, they won barely, but I mean, it's still.
It was a really good game.
To watch. I
think I saw the first half, and
it's at Lambeau, right? And the Packers like never lose at Lambeau.
The Packers are 8-0 at Lambeau.
Yeah,
this year.
like
they haven't lost a single game at Lambeau.
No, they haven't, which is understandable. I mean, it's your home game, so whatever. You know, it's Lambeau. It's the Packers in Lambeau. That's what happens. But actually, very exciting for Eagles fans worldwide is that
worldwide, there's Eagles fans worldwide. Like, there's more than 5 of you.
Hey, man. Anyways, there's plenty across the world, and hopefully, Jerry Maclin is actually looking to sign with the Eagles again. So he signed this year for 1 year, right? Which is good, if he does really well and didn't feel like sticking with the Eagles, he can move on to somebody else who wants him. And then, but he's like, no, dude, I'm going to stick around, hopefully. We'll see what happens. So, it'll be nice.
Very nice.
He's doing very well this year. Breakout season. But, yeah. So, anyways, to kind of segue off of that, like Google does around their buildings. Because Google employees are rich. And
they make, like, their interns make... Like, oh my gosh, it's unbelievable. If I could get an internship for Google, I would be set.
Maybe.
Except for I don't know any computer programming.
Yeah.
Anything that's actually useful for Google.
Well. Anyways, Google unveiled a self-driving car.
Unveiled.
Unveils.
Grab yourself a dictionary and get Siri to say it.
Excuse me, did I stutter or did I sound like John Madden? 'Cause I don't think I did. I know my vocabulary, not like...
Yeah, your vocabulary is wrong.
It's perfect. Anyways, Google released their... I don't know if released, but they showed off their self-driving car. Which is kind of scary. Because I don't think I could deal with a self-driving car.
No.
I'd be way too worried. I need to be driving
I need the control.
Because, what if something goes wrong?
Yeah, like, if the camera on the top goes out and then... Done. You're dead. Done. Boom. Bye. Birdie.
Yeah, I mean, it'd basically be, was it Toyota or whatever that had the faulty brakes? Yeah.
That was...
Yeah, it was Toyota.
That was Toyota, yeah. It was because the computer system inside messed up.
Yep, and I mean, it's just kind of like the same thing almost, but, if something happens, like, I couldn't handle it. I would want the accident to be my fault, not something I didn't have control over.
Uh-huh.
So, it'll be nice to see where that goes, maybe, but, whatever. And
maybe it would lead to, hopefully, like, better collision avoidance type things.
Yeah.
Like, like what they're kind of coming out with. Yeah,
almost.
so instead of, like, not automatically driving the car, but instead, like, you're driving down the road, something pulls out in front of you, a camera detects it, and automatically, like, swerves the car around and brings you back onto the road. Instead of, like, they have simple ones now, it's like automatic braking, but that does not work in every situation.
And I mean, like, the time it takes for you to brake is it's going to be roughly the same.
You could make a much more versatile collision avoidance system with this.
Yes.
Than you could with the one they have now. Mm-hmm. And with 30 seconds left, it's about time to say goodbye.
No, all right. So
before
there's 16
we
cancer-causing foods that you'll probably.
You just clicked on that stupid advertisement, didn't you? They always have those advertisements on there.
So they have number 1 is popcorn, microwave popcorn. Number 2 is non-organic fruits.
Oh boy! Oh heaven! Oh gosh! 9 seconds.
Hold on.
8 seconds.
Number 3 is canned tomatoes.
Oh my gosh. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
No,
From
wait,
the Shifty Sasquatch Show, this is TJ and Sam.